Hey, Rich, Ace on Knives, A-OK Knives. Today I got a pretty good one. It's been a couple days since I've been able to review a new knife. I've been waiting on quite a few. I've got 5 coming. Yeah, and I've got one today, and I should get one tomorrow, and then one next Wednesday, and then I got 2 coming from China, petrified fish knives I've been waiting on forever. I ordered them directly from the manufacturer in China, so it's taking forever to get. So what I did was I watched a Neve's Knives video where he did a knife from the manufacturer Miguron, whatever. The knife looks so nice. I think it was the Valona or the Pelora, one of the two. So I got online and I said, I got to check this manufacturer out. And I tried to find one that was, they're all kind of affordable, but they're around 50 bucks. Then they go up, I guess. So I got the Akri, A-K-R-I, the Akri 1. The Akri 1 has a flat grind, and the Akri 2 has a hollow grind, I believe. So this one, let me open this up. I just pulled it out of the box and everything. It doesn't come with all the stuff like a velvet bag or a cloth or stickers or any of that stuff that you really don't even need. So, but it doesn't come with it. It has, right out of the bag, it has the nicest G10 texture and look I've seen. This knife is knife's business. It is beautiful. 14C28N steel. If you don't know, it's really good steel. It's not the best steel, and it's definitely not budget steel. It's very good steel. It's going to really be a steel you'll like, I believe. It's on caged bearings, ceramic bearings. Okay, so it's a front flipper, and that's the only method of deployment that I can really think of. You can't get a grip on the blade. There's nothing there. There's no fuller, no thumb stud, no hole, which is fine because this is a really sleek knife. Very nice clip. I like that clip. I'm getting to be a real knife geek when I used to not really care about the clip hardly at all, except for how it functions in the pocket. So let me do that for you. Okay, it's in my pocket. Okay, I don't see, isn't that funny? I like that clip until it got in my pocket. Don't do that, guys. Don't buy knives because they look good. Well, go ahead and buy them because they look good, because that's part of knife owning. But really, just because it's super fancy and it's what everybody, because you'll get on here and you'll have a lot of these knife guys, and it seems like, I think they just buy knives, look at them, review them, flip them around, treat them like a fidget spinner, and then say, oh, this is a great knife. Look, it's got a titanium clip. It's Timascus. No, don't listen to those guys, because this is not a good clip. I just put it in my pocket, and it gets really tight. First off, it doesn't want to breach. Then it gets really tight. Pocket vision. Yeah, it gets really tight. I got my fat guy belt on. I've been digging it. Yep. So it gets really tight, sits really high out of the pocket, even though it's not a deep carry clip, but I don't know. It just looks good when you're looking at the knife when it's out of your pocket. It kind of feels, it's handy, with that clip, so it's not that bad. But if you don't like front flippers, and you don't plan on liking front flippers, don't get this knife. I like them. I like front flippers a lot. Access to the lock, to the liner lock, not great, but definitely better than the Civivi Hadros was when it came out of the box. If I talk about it a lot right now because, I was all proud of it. The Civivi Hadros, when I first got it, was very disappointing. So I went in and see how you can see the liner lock. I grinded a finger gap there. I don't know if I'd do that to this because this knife's all blacked out. The liners are blacked out. Everything's blacked out in there. And if I went grinding on it, whereas that wasn't, that had like exposed metal and it had the brown micarta. If I did that to this, you'd really know I did it, and I'd really have to really get involved. I'd take it apart, and I would grind the G10 real nice, and then I'd take the liner, and I would grind it, and then I would repaint the liner so it would be seamless. So I wouldn't do that. Plus, getting into this one was much easier than getting into the Hadros for some reason. This has got a little bit wider berth for your thumb to get in there and shut it. Now, it drops. I like that. The bottom detent is, guys, this is a really nice knife. It's a businessman's knife, but yet an aggressive businessman's knife, because that's a 3.5 inch blade, and sharp. It's got a drop point, little swage on the top here with a black wash on the blade. This knife's definitely a cool little bad boy. I'm glad I bought it. I paid $48 for it on Amazon. I'm going to say check out this company. If you're a budget to middle budget to going to the higher part of your lower budget into the bigger world, and you're starting to think, oh, you know what, I've got a lot of Sativians, a lot of Ganzos, I've got a lot of, those kind of Chinese offerings, and then I'm like, it's kind of what I'm doing, and I'm hoping some people out there are going to be doing that with me, is, I don't want to start at the top. Even if I could, I don't want to cheat and go to the top directly. I want to go from the bottom. And when you go from the bottom and you work your way through the process and you work your way through the experiences of whatever it may be in life and with your job, your occupation, your hobbies, everything and anything, you want to kind of start with baby steps, and then you want to turn it into long adult steps, and then you want to turn it into a jog, and then you want to turn it into a run. That's what I'm doing in the knife world. I think too many people, if you got a pocket full of money, you can just go straight to the top. You can just go straight up, and you can pay $3,000 for a Rockstead. You know what I mean? Don't do that. Don't take all the fun out of the game. You know what I mean? Even if you got a lot of money, wouldn't it be cool if you just took a couple smaller steps at first and you let yourself learn to appreciate a better quality knife as you go? I really think that's important. My knife wall will completely explain that to you as you go. Some of my first knives were like here. This is a Sativian. This is a nice Sativian, and this one's got the axis lock. It has the micarta. Micarta's not that great on it, but hey, this is like a $19 knife. I don't know the model number and everything because I just pulled it off the wall, but this was a $20 knife. And guys, I love it. Then there's the Ganzo, same thing, axis lock. Look at that drop. Chinese knife, $24, $25. Ganzo's a really good company as well. So I think if you did that, and then you're, say with me, so now I'm kind of graduating. I'm getting into the Civivi world. I'm trying to. The Hadros was my first one, and it was a headache at first. But Kaiser, God, I love Kaiser. CJRB, Artisan Cutlery. I just did one on them. So I'm in that world right now. Yeah, I've got a couple expensive knives that I've acquired, but I'm not that channel where all you'll see is me, reverse flicking these knives with incredible action. No, I want to work. I'm a worker. I'm not here to just oh, you know, I'm going to start a knife YouTube channel, and I'm just going to buy a whole bunch of really fancy knives, and I'm going to be this guy who just, I'm just so fancy, and I just know everything about knives, and now I'm going to have a whole bunch of titanium beads hanging off the end of my knife. Yeah, that's me. No, I'm not that guy. I want to knife fight that guy I just showed you. I just want to, I just stabbed a piece of paper. Yeah, I'm not that guy. No, I'm going to show you knives. If you're a worker, if you're a blue collar man, if you're a white collar man, but you got standards and you got purpose and you want to be a gentleman and you want to learn about knives the right way, I'm your guy. Come to me. Come to me first. Because if I don't have the answer for you, I'll get it. Trust me, I'll get it. But I'm going to tell you, I'm dancing in the world of knives, and I love it because there's so many dance partners out there. And right now, you're coming in, and you're finding out that the knife world is it's just being turned upside down. And I mean that in a good way. You're really able to be in this budget realm and experience some of the really quality engineering that's out there. It's fun. It's really awesome. There's so much about knives that you just got to appreciate. And you know, I talked to a younger kid the other day, and he really had zero understanding and zero knowledge and zero awareness of the EDC knife world. And he woke up that day. He really did. And it's just a knife, Rich. Yeah, I get it, you know, but they're just underwear. They're just jeans. They're just shoes. They're just hats. They're just shirts. They're just battery drills. They're just whatever. Yeah, but everybody, there's cheap ones, and then there's expensive ones. And there's people that use them a lot and love them, and there's people that don't care. If you don't care, if you do care, and you really start to, you get bit by the bug, do it this way. Definitely do it this way. This has gotten way too wordy over a Miguron knife. I'm sorry. But I like the front flip. I like it a lot. I like the action. I don't love the lock. Get down, get down. Yeah, I don't love that. But I do think you guys should check this knife out and check out the next knives I got coming. I've got another Civivi coming. I've got a Vosteed coming. I've got Petrified Fish coming. And I believe I have one other. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm sure I'll order another one in between the time period that those come in so that I can keep you guys tuned in to some of the, you know, they're not brand new models all the time. They're not the most expensive models, but it's growing into that as much as I can. All right. I don't want to just go out and buy a whole bunch of Benchmades, a whole bunch of really fancy, nice Spydercos, a whole bunch of nice, all that, and just show you the paramilitary 2-3, the Mannix. You know, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to be that guy. I want to help find you the meat in the middle of that sandwich. Let me help you find the meat. Okay? Miguron Akri 1. Flat grind drop point. 14C28N, beautiful G10 scales, reversible clip, hate the clip, love the looks, hate the fit. Get yourself one of these. Deuces. It's a knife.